फैज़ल अब्बास साहब हमारे साथ हैं जो अरब न्यूज़ के एडिटर इन चीफ हैं, भारत आए हुए हैं क्योंकि तमाम डेलीगेट्स जो हैं वो इसको इवेंट को कवर करने के लिए भारत आए हैं। उनसे बातचीत करेंगे G20 पर। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर टॉकिंग टू इंडिया टीवी। आई वुड लाइक टू स्टार्ट बाय आस्किंग दैट व्हाट डू यू एक्सपेक्ट सऊदी अरब as a country, what are you expecting out of this G20 summit? Your crown prince has arrived today only and he'll be here. He might have a bilateral meeting also with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What are you expecting?
Well, thank you for having me. This G20 comes as a continuation from the excellent visit the Crown Prince, His Royal Highness, has had in February 2019. As you probably would have noticed by now, there's an excellent personal relationship between the leadership with Prime Minister Modi, and this is based on the huge ambitions both countries have had. Just one example, both India and Saudi Arabia, both this year only have had a successful space mission. We are the fastest growing economies in the G20, and there's a lot of alignment. This particular summit, also the theme of this summit, fits in perfectly with the outcomes of the 2020 Saudi Arabia G20 Summit and with Vision Saudi Vision 2030, which all talks about prosperity for all, sustainability for all, and growth and opportunities for all.
So, as far as bilateral relationship between the two countries is concerned, this inter-rail linking project is being talked a lot about. So, if you can shed some light what this project is and what sort of negotiations or what sort of conversation is happening between all the countries, and when are we expecting it to really taking shape on the ground?
Well, definitely, as you rightly pointed out, there's a lot of talk. There's no official announcement. As such, I would hold back of revealing any details until the official announcement comes out. But what we've heard is that we should expect it before the end of the summit. If it does happen, it is not surprising. Look, connecting India with the Arab world by rail is only a natural continuation of the historic civilizational, business, cultural ties India has always had with the region. Even today, there are around 8 million Indian expats living in the Gulf countries. There's a project to link the Gulf countries together anyway, and it only makes sense to connect with one of our largest trading partners and a country that we've always had historic relations with.
So, are we expecting it to take shape on ground very soon? And can we say that in near future, maybe in some few months or something?
Well, as you know, the nature of these projects take time. I hope the announcement will come soon, but building the connection, building the rail, I'm not an expert on construction, I'm afraid, but as a citizen and a lover of India, I hope that it's connected and it's done sooner rather than later.
Are we expecting this to come in the bilateral talks that the Crown Prince is going to have with Prime Minister Narendra Modi? That's what we've been told. Monday there might be a bilateral meeting between the two.
There will definitely be a bilateral relationship between the two leaders. In fact, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince has extended his stay to have those meetings. India is a very important partner for Saudi Arabia, not just for the historical, civilizational and cultural ties. There's huge economic opportunities for both sides. India imports around 500,000 to 700 or even 800,000 barrels of oil every day. There are many opportunities of cooperation, and this is why there will be most definitely a lot of topics being discussed in the bilateral meeting between the two leaders. And in fact, there's a steering committee made up of top officials from both countries who will see the continuation of these projects until they reach maturity.
And do you expect that this rail link will enhance the relationship between the two countries? It's not only about the relationship at the level, at the political level, but it's also about the people-to-people connect, because we've got so many Indians who go there, work there, professionals there working in Gulf countries. Do you think this rail project will bring us more close?
I certainly hope so. I, for one, I'm looking forward, and I will promise you I will be among the first to buy a ticket, and I cannot wait to sit on the train and come to India. And hopefully we will have more time to visit this beautiful country more than now with all the security measures due to the G20.
So should we at least expect an announcement by the end of this summit on that?
That is what we are hearing. Hopefully it will happen by the end of the summit. The news came out yesterday, and as it's more than bilateral relations, there are multiple stakeholders related, because because the rail isn't just India-Saudi Arabia. The rail connects India to the whole GCC. There are discussions among GCC countries themselves to have a rail connecting them together. So, the more the stakeholders, the more delay we expect. But what we are hearing is by the end of the summit, hopefully.
Thank you very much. And that is going to be a big takeaway of this G20 summit, that on sidelines you'll have a big announcement about that project?
I think for us in Saudi Arabia, the big takeaway is the bilateral meeting as well between Prime Minister Modi and the Crown Prince. There can only be good that comes out of such a meeting. There can only be good of closer cooperation between India and Saudi Arabia, and we're all looking forward to see the results.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. And I hope you have a safe stay here in India and you're enjoying your stay here in India.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. Camera person Rajendra के साथ विजयलक्ष्मी, India TV.